Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. Just kidding, it's not warm, it's a bit chilly. I'm back in the north, in Liverpool, therefore I am testing out my coat again. And yeah, I must say, it's really nice to have this coat like this, especially up here. It's not so bad when it's not at night, but I definitely do feel a difference. I feel like I'm a snug penguin or something, strutting about the city, looking for a silent place to film himself. But yes, I haven't really properly worn a coat like this regularly in quite some time, almost back to when I was in Spain. I used to have this one coat that I wear all the time, even if it was like what I wore, because I could have like mild colds during the early morning, and then it immediately changed. I'd be stuck with it for a lot of the day. So yeah, not entirely worth it, some might say. Especially because the problem I used to have really was with my legs. My legs were cold, and therefore I was cold, rather than like getting too many other layers on top of me. But I've discussed that memory of my past in detail. Also, by the way, sorry I'm not using the microphone today, and the setup, the tripod, everything, is because I just forgot it. Basically, we just got back. My mum is resting in my student accommodation, and I forgot to unpack the tripod itself. It's still in a box. So yeah, I guess I'll look forward to using that for more what ifs or something. It's gonna be weird because the what ifs actually, the newest one I'm gonna do is one that I recorded in November. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm up here now, the student accommodation, you know, new place, new location to record in. And then I went back home, and now I'm going back up here, and it's almost like nothing has happened. Which just sums up the Butter Bunch in a nutshell, to be honest. And that's the thing with the Butter Bunch, is that yeah, it just doesn't have any new content right now. I've really put what ifs on hold a long time, especially during like the times when I was like doing either directing or Mutant Girl or nothing else. Like now that finale episode has finally come out, and trust me, I aim to talk about that one in detail. I actually nope, I was gonna say, oh yeah, but still, I actually wanted to return to the Butter Bunch again. But also, something else happened recently, is that the Pure Gacha channel has actually launched. It's called More Gacha from Jacob, and that's a working title. I don't have a proper name yet, but I needed to call it something, didn't I? So that was the only option that was mildly appealing to me. So yeah, I have that. So there's like one video on it so far. If you want to find it, go look it up and, I don't know, subscribe or something, whatever. I have plans. I say we because I've actually been consulting with Aiden and Quadzy for something to do with some writing for one of the Abma shows. We have the storyboard planned for that entire thing, all neatly structured out. So who knows? My mum was cautioning me about doing that because obviously, you know, that's another project. Basically, she said, oh yeah, now the musical's going to come out, you got to replace it with another project now, by which she means you're going to replace the workload that you had with another project, not like replace the musical itself. Like, it's pretty clear that show is still going to carry on. But yeah, so the thing with that is that, yeah, I say that, oh yeah, I do want to do that, but also something a bit more efficient, because obviously I'm going back into doing the doing university stuff, preparing for the festival in particular, and it just, in fact, that's the reason I'm back already, because proper classes start in next week, but auditions for shows for the festival this week, and also Monday. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. So basically, I've been preparing a few songs for everyone, and putting them into like different keys and stuff, preparing like the lyric videos for them to practice and, you know, go through. So yeah, they have those options. I've only got through one so far. I need to write a few songs for the female characters, to be honest, because for the most part, because it's the beginning of the musical, actually, it's mostly the dudes. Other than Supernatural Sleuth, which is still giving me problems all this time later, to be honest. I don't know. Might skip that one entirely. I'm gonna have to give Verity a song though but I don't know. Maybe it's too much of a retread, that's why. Because the Terrors of the Sea is a different one. I think I might cut that song actually, that song idea. Yeah, that could be it. I don't know. Anyway, I'll decide that once I get back. And once I'm properly rested and looking through the rest of the stuff for stage play and stuff. Well, professional dialogue there. The rest of the stuff and stage play and stuff. And also stuff. Did I mention stuff? Of course I did. But yeah. So that's what's happening. So that's obviously I'm going to go back into it. So I can't really be doing too many ambitious projects. As much as people want me to do like the new Alphawatch Academy now, I could go back to it and try to finish the 3rd episode, but that's also one that has a lot of extras, a lot of higher scale production because of the magic element of the series. And yes, I know that, you know, there's magic elements in Aphmau stuff too. However, it's a lot more downplayed, especially when you're looking at Phoenix Drop High. Yeah, we're going to start with Phoenix Drop High, the unofficial season 3. Phoenix Drop High Junior Year. Once again, working title. If I don't find a better name before it gets posted, that's what it's going to be called. Which isn't too bad of a name actually, because you know exactly what you're getting in that situation. Aphmau's Junior Year in, well, Phoenix Drop High. So yeah, it makes sense, honestly. So yeah, I do think that it could work in theory. I know. Someone was mouthing something from like the car that just drove past. I thought they were talking to me, but no, they were saying to their friend just looking through the window. I don't know. And they're turning around now. Let me just move out of the way. Okay. So, I guess let's discuss Mutant Girl. Because, good God, that is a relief. Honestly, the first 9 days, almost 10 days of the year of 2022 were almost exclusively, you know, were exclusively like focused on, you know, eating, relaxing sometimes at the end of the day, or like the start of one, to be fair, because it's past midnight and whatever. The red, you know, streams and editing one scene of the Mutant Girl finale. That's right. One scene took me 9 days to finish. Wait, no, actually I started on the 30th of December, I think. Or the 31st, so 10 or 11 days to finish. And good lord, that is a sentence. And yeah, it actually ended up being about 9 minutes long. So, and let's not say, oh yeah, it's like a minute a day thing. No, it's everything that could have possibly gone wrong with it went wrong. Every time I tried to press the preview to watch it back, all the layers made it lag so much that it was impossible to view for any extended amount of time. And then afterwards, once I finally got used to that, because if it crashed, then I had to not only just like, I couldn't click the X, I couldn't cancel the project or whatever. I had to go into Task Manager and press End Task. That's the only way it would do that. Every time I wanted to file a report of what happened, it's like, I know what happened, I pressed the End Task. So, again, not fun. Also, again, having all those different layers with everything that went on. I tried to scale that down as much as possible. I tried to like convert certain parts into like different portions and things, but it really wasn't working. I covered all of the things with angles, except for like the chairs. For some reason, the chair props, because there were on 2 layers eventually, 1 to begin with. Sometimes they just like flip upside down for no reason. It's never done that before. It's the exact same chair prop I used for the same lab location in episode 6, and yet for some reason it just decided to not do anything. I really couldn't tell you why. So that happened too, and I tried to cover that up, but sometimes it turns out that I just missed them altogether. And then of course there was the issue of actually rendering the piece, and every time I tried to do that, it would crash too. So I rendered in very small sections, 24 different parts, and the last one was already a separate one, so 25 technically. It was disastrous, utterly awful. And before that, of course, was Aiden's 45 minutes of sound bites, basically. No, not sound bites, of voice lines. And he was the most important character in that scene, so kind of had to have him. It's actually getting warm now. Just do that. I finally get to show off the jacket and coat combo, actually, and how that works together. Because because they were part of a set, and last time I showed them off, it was very dark. So there you go now. Now you can see me in all of my shortened hair, stubble achieving glory. So yeah, I guess I'm now really becoming Aaron. I have an open jacket and coat, stubble that's not supposed to be there, and shorter hair. The similarities keep emerging. I don't know. So speaking of similarities, actually, I kind of realized a couple of stories of my own. So yesterday, actually, my mum showed me that a bunch of Disney DVDs that she got for nothing from somebody who was just giving them away. And a lot of them looked like they were broken and corrupted, and actually that's because they were. One that did work actually was Frozen, so I finally got to show her Frozen, except that she fell asleep for some of it, so not sure how much she actually absorbed of it. The point was for quiz questions, because it's the young one's favourite, so I don't know. Kind of defeats the purpose, but we know the DVD works, so she can watch it whenever she wants. Again. Anywho, the similarities I was thinking of concern Frozen. I just thought now, actually, that Aaron, in a way, his story somewhat mimics Elsa's in a strange way. As in they're both the kids with the responsibility placed upon them, because for some reason Derek and Rachel want Aaron to be the business leader, even though he doesn't want to, and Melissa does. I honestly still don't get that to this day. Maya, you can tell me whatever you want, it still makes no sense to me. And then of course, they both have some sort of like monstrous powers that have the ability to destroy, and instead of actually learning to control said powers, they're told to suppress, and they're kept away from the world, basically, to shut everybody out until one person that they actually let in, and that's of course being the main character. So yeah, weirdly enough, Aaron is Elsa, confirmed, I suppose. I don't know. Ooh, it's got to be some sort of like Elsa parody I can do with Aaron. I've already done a song for Aaron, but yeah, I can do another one. Who cares? The last Athnos song I did was trash anyway. So but yeah, so the other similarity actually I realized was one that I was telling a few people, like Monet and Apex actually, which, by the way, congrats Apex again for getting 1 million views on that video. Actually, what was it called? What About Me? That's the one. Yeah. If you didn't know, that happened basically. Because yeah, I know I talked about it to you on Discord, but I want to say that actually in person. That's a bit more convincing when I'm not just like typing it out. At least I hope anyway. You've taken my voice lines. I hope I sound more convincing. Regardless, I was talking to Monet and Apex about the other similarity I found. And once again, I'm going to reference Encanto because it's still in my mind. I don't care. YouTube has kept it in my conscious mind because the algorithm keeps feeding me these very funny, like fandom submissions for the movie and the characters. Ironically, mostly Dolores again, but of course. So yeah, so the thing I was talking about was that both Frozen and Encanto are films that star a ordinary main character with relatives or a relative with magical powers, and they're super positive and outgoing, and they're the ones that kind of drive the action and drive the union of their families, and try to fix the issues that were broken there, whether it's restoring the magic or thawing the frozen heart. It's strangely enough the same thing. And both those movies are regarded as like some of the most widely well-received Disney films in the past few years, which is kind of interesting, actually. They mirror each other to that extent. I don't know if that was deliberate or not. I can see a pitch meeting surrounding that idea, being like, oh yeah. And then of course Super Carlin Brothers are trying to Ben from Super Carlin Brothers did a video about how Mirabel could be a Disney princess, even though she isn't a princess. And I don't know. There's some sort of like leaps in logic there, to be honest. Not really sure. I mean, if Vanellope hasn't joined the ranks yet, I'm not sure if Mirabel's got any hope. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird how, like, once again, that kind of being roped in regardless, as another lead Disney female possibilities. You tell that to Princess Eilonwy for me. An actual princess. If you don't know who that is, she's from the Black Cauldron. Anyway, I don't think that's going to happen, but who knows at this point. I mean, Anna and Elsa aren't officially Disney princesses either because they're both queens now, and they're just on the website listed as separate entities as well. Which makes me think, yeah, no, not going to happen. Why? Someone do a meme of Mirabel, like, looking at the Disney Princess website or something, like as a child, and then like fades as like the image of like the door disappearing and send that to Ben Carlin, please. I think he needs to see that. Anyway, maybe I'll do it, who knows. Point being, I was talking about Musical, wasn't I? Let's get talking about Encanto for the second time in a row. What is with that movie? Jeez. Anyway, it's stuck more in my head more than Frozen ever was, and I just watched it yesterday again. Right. You know what? I'll tackle that beast another day. Kind of have an idea for that. Who knows? Again, so many complex projects. You know, one door closes, the other one opens or something. And it's also worth saying that Fallen Angels also coming on the same day. In fact, a few hours beforehand, actually. It was quite something, the finale. I've got a few things to say about it, but I'll be saying them today, actually, because I aim to do... Because I've got no live stream planned for today for Mighty 5 Years Later. I might as well use that time maybe to watch the Fallen Angels ones, because I think it's the first day of streaming since that's been out that I haven't had that big a slot, and also because it takes so long to do those ones, because it's 4 episodes at a time. This time 5, actually, because of episode 7 part 2. I need all the time I can possibly get. Meaning that might be starting a little bit earlier. So keep an eye out on your live stream times. It could be that we actually get the party rolling a little bit sooner, just so I have time to sleep and wake up and carry on working on songs and scripts in the morning. Yep, that was not even a motorbike, I don't think. It was just it's just like a very powerfully wound up bike. I'm definitely back in the city again. So yeah, that's really it, to be honest. Once again, I'm back up here, and I want to carry on, pick up where I left off with stuff. Who knows? I'll see what happens. Don't hold your breath for Alpha Academy.